Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to, hopefully, if all goes to plan, which I know it will, the last day of painting our Subaru STI. We got the booth aired up this morning, got it all cleaned out. I'm gonna keep the floor wet. Seemed to help keep dust and dirt down from landing in our paint yesterday. And then we pulled the car in the booth. We need to go ahead and get this thing completely masked off. I know it's gonna be loud in here. I apologize for that audio. It's kind of annoying with those fans running, but it is what it is. The whole front end is gonna be masked off. I'll probably spray 2 right about here. Anything beyond that, we can do at a later date when we spray the bay. And then of course we gotta go ahead and back mask everything here, mask off the wheels. It's gonna be a fair amount of masking, but we have a fairly early start, so let's get to it. Whew, a couple hours later, we have the whole entire car masked off. That took way too long. That took about 2.5 hours. I'm really slow, like I said yesterday, at masking. I'm sure there's faster ways to do it, but it is what it is. Got the car cleaned up twice with wax and grease remover. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up our sealer, and in about 30 minutes-ish, 45 minutes, we're gonna give it some time for that wax and grease to evaporate all the way, because if it doesn't, it'll cause fish eyes. So probably 45 minutes, we can go in there, spray out the sealer, and get this freaking party started. I'm stressed out, ain't gonna lie. Anxiety, not gonna lie. But we'll get her done. Because this has a 15-minute induction time, meaning after you mix it, you have to wait 15 minutes to spray it. I'm mixing a little bit extra. There's no way I wanna run out halfway or 90% of the way, because that'd be bad. We'd have like a dry spray area. So I mixed up quite a bit, honestly, probably 25% more than I think I might need, just in case. I'd rather have a little bit over than a little bit under. All right, let's go ahead, hop in the booth and get this thing sprayed out. We're gonna tack it off with this here tack cloth. And then before I sprayed it, right before I sprayed as well, I kind of tried to blow it off with the spray gun just to blow off any sort of dirt or dust that may have landed in between the tack cloth and spraying. So 1 coat of sealer, let's do it. first thing is done. Sealer's all laid down. It's been drying for like 45 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and mix up the base coat. 3 coats of base, probably about 5 minutes in between each coat, 5 to 10. Pretty much just until it flashes off. And then you can put the next coat on. And then clear. Clear is always the most nervous part for me, because if you lay it on too thin, it's dry and shitty looking. Too wet, you get runs. I would much rather deal with runs versus dry spray, but obviously you don't want either. Okay, base laid down fine. I just went in there with the light. The only light I have is just a regular old LED DeWalt light, just to make sure we didn't have any thin areas. We're all good to go. It's been about 30 minutes. I need to get in there and start laying down some clear. So 1 lighter coat, 1 heavier coat, and we should be good. Oof, that first coat laid down perfect. Like I said, I went a little bit lighter. That's the method I found that I like better, a little bit lighter, and then second coat heavier, quite a bit heavier. And if you do a third coat, same concept, a little bit heavier as well. I'm gonna wait a while. I'm gonna wait like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go get coffee just so I'm not here at the shop waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and being tempted to jump in there early and lay down more clear. I have to leave. That's where I'm at right now. I gotta leave so I don't go paint more. This is fun. All right, I'll see you guys when we do a second coat. Oh, we are finally done, unless we mess something up, painting the STI hatch. Holy shit, that was a lot of work. What did we start? 3 weeks ago? Two and a half weeks ago? I'm worn out. Painting's a lot of work. Let's go ahead in the booth. That paint's still wet, so I'm gonna be careful, but it's not cloudy in there or foggy in there anymore. when I was looking at it, I saw some runs on the roof, which is hard to do unless you're new. It's gonna be loud. I apologize. Fans are really loud. It turned out so freaking good. I'm like emotional with how freaking nice this thing looks. I hosed that clear on so hard on the roof, and you can see it right there. I don't know if it'll show on camera. Oh yeah, right there. You see that little run? And honestly, the roof is not perfect. That thing got hail damage. I did the best job that I knew how to do. And it's not perfect by any means, but it's really, really close. There's still some tiny things here and there. And oh, another run. You see that one? Oof, that's a big one. I don't think I'll be able to get them PDR'd out either, just because they could potentially be just low spots in the filler that I did. And PDR would crack the filler and then we'd be effed. So honestly, they're so tiny. Like I said, I don't really care. The rest of it though,